You gotta love the cyber talk before a show, and here we go. We got another episode of nothing. I am your host, Nobody. I realized last episode I didn't do my normal speech thing, my normal 5 minute introduction. Everybody's got their own little 5 minute sets of this, that, and the other, and they use different notes in the industry to remember where they're on. And mine's pretty simple. Nobody, crap, coupons. That's a whole 15-minute set if I wanted to drag it out, but it's a congested 5 that I use. I'm going to use it tonight, but before that, we've got to hear some music. Every show starts with a theme song or a song of sorts of any kind. I don't know, but I like this song. It speaks dear to my heart. It's my kind of vibe, and the title says it all. This is Out of Time with Tony Poirier. Yeah, I'll switch it over here, Tony.
Okay. Hi. Oh, there I am.
There you go. Spotlight is yours.
Thank you, sir. And it's time to start the Nothing Show. Only see the sunshine and it drops out of sight. Can't sleep in my bedroom, won't sleep on the floor, so I just keep sitting upright till I just can't sit no more. 'Cause I'm always afraid of losing time. You get here on Monday on Friday night, I just keep pretending they'll drop from my sight. That's when I know that I'm running out of time. Really try to slow down, but I'm always running late. I'm 20 minutes early, but I'm 3 days out of date. Don't know what the fuss is, why we move so fast. Doesn't matter what I've started, I always finish last. 'Cause it seems like I'm always out of time. Always out of time, out of time. Whoa. getting thinner, my body's getting cold. Drinking to the music, but I'm too far behind. I wish someone had warned me, at least give me a this time. Now it's too late. I'm forever out of time. Time. Forever out of time. Out of time. Always out of time.
Woo! Let's hear it for Tony. And out of time. And he is out of time. He did his song, and we're moving on. Awesome start to the show. I love it. Always have.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, like I said, I'm going to give you my little highlight of what I put on my notepad, but I don't actually carry one. I keep it in my head because where I come from, you take note, you don't make a note. That's how they catch you. So you remember, and mine's pretty easy. Nobody, crap, coupon. Okay, so nobody. Hi, I'm nobody. I now call myself Canadian nobody. I've been Northside nobody. I've been a lot of nobodies. But in everybody, I try to be everybody. I'm pretty good at it. I have a problem with women. I don't cross-dress, and I can't impersonate them well. Don't have the voice for it. But you all know a nobody. Everybody's got a nobody. Because you've gone up to somebody and said, hey, I know about this. And they'll say, well, who told you? And you say, nobody. Or who gave you that? Nobody. My favorite has always been, nobody can do that. Because I like to do that. I really do. And it's a challenge. It's never. That's my second N word that I don't like. But I digress. We'll move onward and upward to my crap. The Canadian Rebel Alliance Party. Now, not everybody has heard about it, but some have. It's a Canadian thing, and normally it's all talking about peace, love, and everything, but it's also a little bit about equity and justice. And Tony, I gotta ask you something. You have your mic off. Would you turn it on for a second here?
Yes, sir.
I need you to do me a small favor. You need to explain to me why you played the Whistlestop.
Because they offered me money.
So you went to an anti-mask, an anti-science, anti-vax, anti-government. It's just a whole lot of antis.
Yeah, for money.
How much did you make?
$400.
$400. And are you willing to donate any of that to any kind of local charities like the Yeg Warriors or any indigenous community corporations or whatever they are? Would you be willing to give that to them as a donation, or did you need that money so bad?
I needed that money so bad.
$400.
Yep.
$400.
Well, my entire industry's been completely decimated by the lockdowns.
We're all decimated, but it doesn't mean you should have participated. So what I'm looking for here is an explanation that won't make the Canadian Rebel Alliance Party want to shit on you.
Oh, trust me, they'd want to shit on me. I'm a conservative. I'm not a.
It has nothing to do with your beliefs. It's about what you did, dude. You went to an anti-mask, anti-everything.
Yeah, and I was on a stage that was so far away from everyone.
Them. You made them happy when they made 99.999% of the population here sad. Because that's what it was. What, there's 100 or 200 people there?
There was over 500.
500 out of 4.5 million. I'm not going to do the math here. Are you going to donate that money to charity, and are you never going to do that again?
I can't answer any of those questions. No, I am charity right now, so I donated it to me. And would I play the Whistlestop again under the same conditions? That's flip of the coin.
That's done. I'm done. It's too anti for me. I am pro. I am so pro love and happiness, and I like professionalism. It was 8:10 or 8 o'clock. It's 8:10, so that's his set, my set, and we're gonna be moving on. I am so sorry to do a Canadian version of Kill Tony, but it's the only kind that Canadians do. I will not attack other comedians, but I will go after people that do things against the rest. And that's exactly what that fella did. So that's my version of Kill Tony. Sorry, guys, we lost the music for the rest of the show, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be hearing so much fun and joy and happiness and probably going, please don't cancel me or kick me off, from the lovely, awesome man from the rock, John O'Keefe. Take her away, buddy. It's all yours.
Well, hello, nobody. Hi, Vay, Brandon. It's just the two of us, I think. No one else is here.
Oh, they're listening.
I like to see how you deal with conflict. I do not think you would be good in a dictator type scenario. Nobody. I think you would kill wantonly and freely, and I respect that in a man.
Thank you.
I must have a type, you know, because I noticed that my new girlfriend is very like my old girlfriend. She's married. I should clarify. My old girlfriend was going through a divorce, and my new girlfriend just prefers me, it seems. No, I'm kidding. My girlfriend's never been married. She doesn't want me to get married anymore. She did when we first met. She asked me, when are we going to get married? And now she doesn't, because we rarely talk. She just stares longingly out the window. That's our relationship. I got my girlfriend a really fun. It's actually her birthday tomorrow for you guys. Today for us in Ireland. I got my girlfriend a fun birthday present. It's an adult coloring book. Woo! Sounds kinky, but it's just a coloring book for adults. An adult, not suitable for children or anyone with artistic talent. Don't be coming around here. I think it should just be renamed "The Gift Your Boyfriend Put No Thought Into Whatsoever." They work. Every girlfriend loves coloring books. It's amazing. There's so many different kinds. You can get geometric, natural, floral. The only kind I couldn't find was a good one. Oh, I wanted like a fun murder scene coloring book, you know, just like different atrocities across history. And you can actually get those for when people tire of concentric circles. You can just draw pools of blood. That's pretty cool. I gave her the present, the mindfulness coloring book, and she loved it, and then never once used it. She put as much effort into her present as I did. My God. But I wanted to be more mindful, so I tried coloring in one page of her mindfulness coloring book. And I was really surprised. After 20 minutes, I was really suicidal. Oh my God. You know, life has lost meaning when you start Googling how to color in an adult coloring book. You know, I read several articles and I just got more and more confused. Like, should I use crayons or should I use markers or should I grow up and save for a better future? Like, doing anything seems better than this, you know. It's weird. Adults are now doing childish activities. They're regressing, you know. People are best friends with their kids. I mean, what's going to happen next? Are we going to start pissing on our uncles' backs? Crying hysterically in supermarkets, drawing a picture of your family with crayons and then showing it to your child's teacher? I don't know. I think coloring in is just a total fraud, you know. Like, I wanted peace of mind, but the stress just gave me inflammation and polyps. Like, every 10 seconds, my inner voice just kicked in. Like, why are you not enjoying this, you cretin? Like, you've made a daffodil pink. This is all you need to be happy, according to that website. John, you're not resilient. You need to cop on to yourself. So I stopped the coloring in, and I started smoking heroin, which I prefer. So many more colorful characters. It was far less stress, the heroin, and a lot more expensive. But I couldn't get into it. I could imagine my grandmother talking about her adult grandchild. Oh, you're coloring in now. Oh, I would have loved that, but I was busy raising 6 children by myself. You know, John, after I found your grandfather dead in the field. But I'm glad you're enjoying your youth. I'd be like, Jesus, take it easy, Nana. You're also dead. Like, rest in peace. But she won't be told. She can't be told. She's literally dead. You might find this interesting or not. Who cares? The first adult coloring book was actually an adult coloring book. It's still in publication. It's called the Cunt Coloring Book. That's not a joke. You can Google it. It's a feminist book. It's like the Cunt Coloring Book. So, and you guessed it. It's just a series of different pictures of Margaret Thatcher. You know, the iron labia. Oh, good stuff. Nice. Okay, I need to finish soon. Got my Google timeline for January. Do you guys know Google Timeline? That's where Google emails you a list of where you've been for a month. It's great if you're lonely or cheating. But I got a Google timeline for January. It said cities visited 1, places visited 1, highlight Aldi. And I was like, Jesus Christ. It was actually entertaining to see human suffering on a graph. Normally you only see that if in museums or glancing at my family tree. But I couldn't believe it. How dare Google track me like that with my consent? They should put that in those terms and conditions I've never read. No. I'm going to change to Bing, DuckDuckGo, anything that was named by a homeschool child. Like, who the fuck called it DuckDuckGo and how much ketamine were they taking? DuckDuckGo isn't a search engine. That's instructions to avoid a school shooter. Okay, guys, that's all for me. Thanks for having me, nobody. I appreciate it.
That is awesome. Let's hear it for John O'Keefe. What a show, buddy. You are always awesome. I love seeing you. I've loved running into you and Mike's here and there and everywhere. I love chatting you with you while the other comedians are going. It's probably best for them that we're talking and not listening to their sets, because holy, when you started talking about the coloring book, it reminded me of my initial joke I said 3 months ago on Zoom, and I'm going to say it again now because I love it so much. So in 2020, it was really hard. My wife's a nurse. So with them being under stress and everything, they had to find ways to enjoy life and have fun. So I recommended they play games at work or at home. Well, they came up with a solution. They're going to play games at home, and they're going to design what they're doing at work. So the first week she calls me up and says, we're doing role play. So I'm all excited. I get dressed up in my costume as the King of the North. I meet my Khaleesi at the door, and she's like, no, role reversal, role play. And I'm like, oh, man. So I ran to my bedroom. I got the sweats and sweater she always steals from me. I jumped on the couch, and I asked her, do I Pinterest or Facebook all night while you do the oil change on my car? And put the coveralls in the wash when you're done. Instantly, role play was off the table. So when my wife next week brought home the adult coloring book, I was not a great man. I did not deal with it like John O'Keefe. I did not even make an attempt to color it. I said, you didn't want a role play. I don't want a coloring book. But tell me what dudes did the coloring book, so I won't go to their barbecue. But I'll go to your barbecue, John, I promise. So I digress. That week done. 2 weeks in a row, we haven't even participated. Then finally, she comes home with something I can like. The adult coupon book. Yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. And oh, I was so excited to use it. Put it in my pocket, ran off to work, came home, ripped one of them out of my pocket, handed it off to the wife, and she just up and slaps me upside the head. And I was so shocked. This is the love of my life. I met her in the enchanted forest and everything. What's going on? Then I looked down and realized she doesn't accept competitor coupons, but my girlfriends do. So that's enough of that joke and enough of me, because we've got some magic. We've had a musician. Now we have a magician. And Paul, before we get started here, I'm going to put the spotlight on you. I got to ask you, buddy, have you done any anti-anything rallies ever?
Just say no, Paul.
Awesome. Like, if it was Antifa, I'd be cool, but not like anti-science, not like anti.
You didn't see the last guy, Paul. He literally got chucked out. Did you see that?
I'll put it to you like this. I've never done anything at all. I'm just happy to be here.
Paul, you are awesome. Paul, you are going to kill it all the way you always do. I love you, Paul. Kilmer, take it away, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Paul Kilmer. I'm a comedy magician, which means the comedians aren't going to like anything I do. And magicians don't like me either. They say comedians are dead on the inside. Well, magicians are dead on the outside. So I'm 100% dead.
Sorry.
Yeah. Here, I'll give you an example of some of the magic that I do. Now, remember, I've never said I was good. I'm just lowering your expectations because you're not going to understand anything I do. Because this isn't about you, it's about me.
Woo!
I'm a typical stand-up comedian.
Awesome.
We would be doing this with or without you, so just understand that. And the pandemic proved it.
Yep.
Because we just did it in Zoom. All right, enough being weird. So I have a piece of paper in my blue lighter. All I have to do is light the red paper on fire, and it is a banana.
Woo!
I know it's crazy, and the lighter is red. Yeah, I told you I could do things. I just don't know what. I like the banana because it's phallically shaped, and I don't have to write a joke. That's a Petus joke. You know, they say you're not supposed to explain your jokes, but, you know, I can't do it any other way. All right. So that was weird. So this is what's going to happen. When I was 9, I was diagnosed with autism. And if you don't laugh at my jokes, you're a bad person.
Oh, but I'm a bad person and I'm going to laugh anyway.
It's okay, because if you were a bad person, you weren't going to laugh anyway, and that's not my fault. So, but I'm not saying the autism helps me with the Rubik's Cube. It just makes me better at it than you. I'm a jerk. If you squeeze the Rubik's Cube on a 45-degree angle and just squeeze it on the inside, you can get the Rubik's Cube. Oh.
Woo!
I know, it's like a trick.
Love it.
I can actually do it. I can actually do it. Sometimes I have performance issues. You could talk to my fiance about it. It's nothing sexual. It's totally sexual. So I put the Rubik's Cube in the bag and I take out my magic wand. This is my grandmother's favorite weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for laughing at my childhood trouble. Yeah. All I gotta do is wave the wand over the bag and say the magic words, non-gonococcal meningitis. That's mono. That's the disease known as mono. All I gotta do is turn the bag over and show you that the Rubik's Cube solved itself.
Woo!
Now you might be asking yourself, what did I just watch? And I would remind you that at the top of the show, I told you that you weren't going to understand anything that happened. You could have ended the madness whatever you want. You could have left, but you didn't, and that's not my fault. I have all the time in the world. I could literally stare at the camera all day.
Yeah, me too. It's our show anyway, buddy.
It's okay. This will end the crowd work portion of my act. I'm going to reach inside the bag and pull out the other Rubik's Cube, but it is also solved.
Woo!
I'm going to do one more trick for you guys. This one is actually pretty special. I wanted to do something that you guys have never seen before, and I realized I only do 4 tricks split up against 8 mics simultaneously all week. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to do the ropes.
Awesome.
This is my favorite trick to do because it's actually one of the first tricks I learned. And that's something that all magicians say because I'm really very insecure and I want you guys to like me.
Aw, we love you.
I doubt that. Anyway, so what happens is I have a long rope and I have a medium rope and I have a baby rope. And basically what happens is that the ropes all go in a specific order. if you don't do this right, you'll embarrass yourself just like in middle school. I see some of the people are familiar with that. So how this works is that the small rope reminds me of when my dad left in the 90s. And then the medium rope reminds me of the 90s where my dad left. And then the large rope is just the large rope because of the rule of 3. Comedians don't like that joke. Anyway, all I've got to do is snap my fingers and I can get all the ropes to be approximately the same size.
Woo!
1, 2, and then 3. Now the crazy thing about that is if I do this fast enough, you all will fall asleep, which you might have already done. But again, you know, you invited me here. You know?
Absolutely.
So basically what happens if you take this little end and put it through this end, you can get one of the ropes to disappear.
Woo!
If you take this end and stretch it down here, you can tuck this end into your hand and it jumps across like that. You can take this end and it jumps across like that. Now the crazy thing is if you make another loop, you can get the loops and the ends to go back to the way they are. But this is an optical illusion. The rope is now back to the way they are. And a little fun fact about this glass I used, it was a gift and I can't throw it out now because no one told me in the beginning of my relationship that if something's a gift, I can't throw it out. So I'm going to do a little stand-up comedy right now because I wasn't given a time. So if any of the other comedians had anything to do, you might want to order a pizza or...
Oh, you weren't here. I kicked the musician out for going to an anti-mask rally. So don't run too long, buddy.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. I thought that literally was a joke.
No!
Okay. Well, how about this? I'll do one more trick and then we'll call it even because...
I was kidding. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I have autism, so I don't understand anything that's happened to me any of the time.
You're doing great. One more, buddy. You're doing awesome. I love you to pieces.
Oh, nice. So basically, this is a really cool trick I teach people. I usually do this in bars and restaurants, and they don't want me there, and they usually give me money to leave. So basically what happens is that you fold the dollar bill like this. And then you fold it like this. And now the point of this little stunt is to get George Washington to flip upside down. But you can't turn your hand over. And what that means is you can't do this. You can't turn the bill over. Well, but you can flick it and you can get George Washington to flip upside down like that.
Oh, nice.
Now, if you did everything I just said, this will work for you at home. But there's actually a faster way. If you flick up here in the upper right corner, right here, really hard, I can get the bill to go back to normal. It's broken, isn't it?
It's broken.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Inflation. Anyway, so guys, I've been Paul Kilmer. I hope you guys have a good night and talk to you later.
Awesome, Paul. Love you to pieces, buddy. That was wicked. I love that. Now I gotta ask, is there any way you can make money disappear from people's hands? Because if you can learn that trick and teach me that, we are awesome, dude. We are so lit. We'll be millionaires in a month. We're going to Vegas.
Yeah, I don't want to die.
Enough of this. We're moving on. We've got our halftime, and I honestly need to shut down my camera for just a minute and take off. And Vay Chong is up next. And Vay, oh, very special to me. He honestly can have as much time as he wants. He is that special. From the start, 3 months ago of Zoom comedy, Vay Chong has been there in a lot of the after mics and late nights listening to my craziness. So if he can deal with this crazy Canuck, well, I don't know what to say about him other than he's a great guy, dudes. dudettes and doodleini. So let's get it a big round for Vei Chong. Oh, add a spotlight. No, I want to give it to you, buddy.
Hey, buddy,
me-
I'm gonna hop out because I have to go take care of my fiance. Is that okay?
That's
Oh,
real
absolutely,
that's,
Paul. Absolutely. I loved your time here, and I always love a spot for you. Take off, buddy. Have a great night.
That's polite.
Go sonic
Have
through
it-
those little
have it-
hoops of life that women set up for us. All right.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say
Once again,
that-
Vei the man
Nobody-
Chong, you've got nothing wrong. So you give it going, buddy. It's all you.
Can I? Yo, you gonna let one of the audience members leave? Do you know how to MC, bro? There's like the audience just cut down by like 30% in the last 30 seconds.
I don't know what to tell you.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
Nothing. And I'm taking off for a few minutes. The show is yours. I got to go to the bathroom, buddy.
It's me and Sean now. You're gonna go take a dump? Cause Jesus Christ, this is the show. Does nobody know how to invite people yet?
I came.
Comics, they count as half a person, I think.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so this is because it's hard. It's hard to make comics laugh, and you shouldn't try. You should never try. Like I just try to talk to the voices in my head. That's what I do when I talk to comics. Because we're all just as soon as you eat shit like a certain amount of times on stage, like your soul just disappears. Like jokes just fly over your head. You just get this killer instinct. See you later, Paul. Have a good one. Okay, Sean, what do you think of this fucking premise? You know this fucking guy is recording this shit? What a dick. Gonna go, oh, he's such a dude, he's such a troglodyte. I bet he's fucking burning while he's sitting on the can. So nasty, dude. I bet. And he still has the mask on, and he pulls down the mask and he fucking ugh. And then after the show, he's gonna tell his wife, he's gonna be like, oh my god, honey, it was a great show. I kicked the anti-masker off the show. It was like I was balls deep today. Today I reached the comedy milestone. Fuck. Yo, how many people are on this show right now?
What happened with that guy?
Oh my god. We got 2 people. What's up, Sean's partner?
Oh my god.
Amazing. Thank you so much for bringing an audience member inadvertently. Bro, I just got a shitty ass haircut because I went back to the kitchen today, like to work, and dude, it's the worst. Like, don't ever try to balance professional cooking with comedy. They will never give you time off when you want it. They make you stay. Like, you're like, I was supposed to be off at like 8. I got out at like 9. Just as soon as you finish one, it's just like the worst like computer game ever. Like, you finish one task and you get like 3 more. And the worst thing is like it's a Asian fusion restaurant, which is just a bunch of Asians fighting over which has the best cuisine. Like, they're always just trying to say like, Bangladeshi food is the best. No, Thai food is the best. And then I'm just like, dude, we all suck. That's why we're in the same restaurant, all right? People don't want to they want a bit of everything now. I don't want to talk about work anymore because I hate that place. I want to go to Mars.
thinking about going to Mars. I think that'd be a great idea. You know, be able to set up my own fusion restaurant there. Call back, baby. That's how it's done. You know it's okay. I don't know if you heard this fucking premise I tried last time, Sean, about Mars, but I don't want to give this up because I like it. I wish there was more Americans here though, because like I feel like because SpaceX is an American company and SpaceX is the one driving Mars colonizing, right? So you have like I'm just excited because I know there's gonna be a Martian war for independence for sure. Right? You know what I mean? Like if like father like son, like if if daddy wanted independence, what makes you think you know baby Mars wouldn't want to fight off the humans that are exploiting it for its rich resources. Wish there was more Australians here too. Maybe we should just send Australians there. Like okay, fine. We just send criminals. They would just like it would be the same thing. It would turn out fine. Everything would be fine, and everything would be run nice, and it would just become like Mars would just become Australia, right? That's what happened. There's not enough people for this fucking joke. Hey, nobody, how was your shit? You had enough fiber? When you farted, I bet it went through the mask, right? Like it went. You need to invite some people next time before you record me do this shit. This is like the class, like when the teacher's late. When the teacher's fucking late and like people are just talking. Like this is like the remedial class. Like 5 people are in. I was in one of those classes for like 2 classes, man. It was horrible. So just before, I don't want to talk about cooking. I tried gardening. I tried planting some stuff like just before I got this job because I had so much free time. And so I was really happy about it. Like I planted cilantro, parsley, mint, and then I was just like, yo, this is the year I'm gonna get all that shit. I don't have to pay for this anymore. And I totally forgot that there's this like insane squirrel in my neighborhood that just wants to dig up like everything, right? And the worst thing is I planted the plants, right? And I put a rotten banana peels under because it's supposed to accelerate the plants, right? So this fucking squirrel just dug up all the banana peels and fucking wrecked all the plants. Okay? He just dug up and he ate all the banana peels. So I was just like, oh my God, what a dick. Like, so I left. I was just like, okay, I know what to do. Like, I'm just going to be nice to the squirrel and I'm going to leave banana peels on the side. Like, just so like it doesn't fuck up my plants, right? But then like I told my girlfriend this and then she was just like, what if you poison him? Like with the banana peels? Like, is the squirrel like going around like the neighborhood like, oh, that son of a bitch gave me these banana peels. What's wrong with him? And his wife is just like, honey, I told you not to go there anymore. He's like, yo, we got our only source of food. Not trying to teach him a lesson. I'm trying to just exist in the environment, right? How much time do I have? Nobody. I've made fun of you for like 5 minutes, right?
Perfect. Love it. Sorry, some people like
Can I-
crowd work. I like my comedians making fun of me. I'm that kind of jerk. That's why I always bring you around, you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to
Love you,
say,
bud. Keep her up.
because while Paul was still here, I wanted to say Paul's just missing a dead terrorist puppet on his shoulder. He's famous, dude. That's all he's missing. He just needs to be like, Allah! You know, and just have this little thing walk. Dude, that's what he's missing.
Wow.
Is he still here? Okay. All right. That's I don't have to do any more time, right? I could listen to Sean's jokes now because I'm polite. I'm a fucking asshole. I'm not gonna leave right after my set. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Vay. You're awesome, buddy. Thank you again for coming and featuring our halfway point. It's wicked that you're here. I love you, buddy. And I poisoned a few squirrels in my life legitimately, and my wife didn't like hearing about it. So with me and her, she's always teaching me to be a better person. So now I trap them. But I'm in a river city, and I'm that kind of guy. So when I trap them, I take them to the other side of the city. Oh, the rich fuckers are getting some ghetto squirrels every week, buddy. I love it. It's so much fun. And it's justice, man. They don't have as many squirrels down there. And, you know, I'm all about the equality and the equity and the justice. So we'll move onward and upward. We have our next guest. I kept it on Vay this whole time. Sorry, dude. See, it's you. You throw me off my game. But here's our next guy who puts me in my place. Sean, the man, cut hand. It's all yours, buddy. Glad you're here. Go ahead.
Right on. Hey, how's it going? Man, who are we recording this for? The internet?
Me.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna jerk off to this shit.
Well, you guys can all have it too. Like, it doesn't matter. Fuck the world. If they don't like us, we do. I love you. Sorry, buddy.
Okay, so this one time I had an affair with a body piercer, and she told me she gave me an ultimatum. She said, well, since you penetrated my relationship, I'm gonna have to penetrate your nips. But then the worst thing was I kept our fling ended right as soon as she pierced my nipples. But I kept those piercings in for like 6 years. Now that's simping. Oh man, I've been getting a lot of tattoos lately since I can't travel. Spending all my traveling money on tattoos. But man, I got like this. I got this one tattoo from a female artist, and it was one of the first times I was getting tattooed by a female artist, and it was in a sensitive area in my rib. So I thought it was gonna hurt a lot. But then when she started buzzing on me, it didn't hurt as bad as I thought, you know? And then I was kind of relieved. And then after that, I just felt like I was walking around like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, you know? Because I was walking around in the world knowing that not every woman out there is out there to hurt me. But, I've had tattoos like ruin a relationship before, you know? Because one time I was seeing this girl, but she wanted a black and gray guy, but I was more of a living that neo-tradish life. But I kind of get annoyed when people say, oh, what do you think you're gonna look like when you're old? Your tattoos will just look crappy. And then I'm just thinking like, well, I'll be old, you know, I won't care. You know, like I tattooed both my weenuses. That's your elbow skin. So, you know, I just picture myself as an old man sitting in the old folks' home, just singing my own song, you know, like, whoa, dream weenus, I believe you can get me through the night. Oh shit, man! I gotta go get a test to see if my boys can swim. And I was talking to the doctor or the nurse, and they were setting up the appointment. And then she tells me, "Your appointment is this day. For 2 days before that, don't ejaculate or masturbate." And I was like, "Okay, so you're gonna need me to bring a Slurpee cup?"
Ah!
Man, I've been working as a simulated patient recently, and it's where like I go and act as a patient for university students. And so this one day, I spent hours of all these students doing their vitals on me, checking my lungs and everything. And I was just like, damn, like I haven't been touched by this many 20 somethings since my raver days, you know? But I was going to do this gig where I was pretty sure I was going to end up crying for the assignment, you know, because I had to play a guy who finds out he has cancer. And, you know, I was kind of working myself up for this gig. You know, I was thinking like, man, I got a lot of things built up that I can cry about on this day. You know, I'm getting myself mentally prepared for some good crying. But then they pulled me out of the gig and I got canceled. And, you know, now I have all like this pent up emotion, tears welling up in my eyes over nothing because I was all ready to cry. You know, everything's just so getting to me lately, you know, like fucking Bennifer got back together. Like, what's up with that? You know, it's so beautiful. You know, maybe we'll get Geely 2 now. But man, have you ever seen someone pay with an Apple Watch for debit? Like, who the hell do they think they are? A Power Ranger or something, you know? Like all of a sudden they just get into a stance. They're like, "Whoop." And you're just like, what the hell was that? It's like, oh, pretty neat, hey? Like, neat? Neat would be if like a 20-foot Triceratops came crashing in to pick you up. Like, what was that? Were you trying to summon the Zords or something? But man, this one time I got robbed of everything I owned. They ransacked my room and they stole my dirty laundry. I had a pillowcase that I was using as a curtain and they stole that. They stole my mattress. Like the Grinch who stole Christmas, like these thieves stole my life. But then I eventually got like everything back from them, except for like a Tupperware container full of my jeans, you know? And I found out that it was my neighbors that stole it. So then after I was like, I'll throughout the next couple of weeks, I was always on the lookout for someone who might have been wearing my jeans, you know? And so this one time, I swear I saw this guy, he was carrying a case of beer, walking down the street, and it looked like he had my exact same pair of Rockaware jeans on. So I rolled up on him in a truck, and I was like, I rolled right up on him and I scared him, and I was like, hey, where'd you get those jeans from? And he was like, whoa, like my girlfriend bought me these jeans. And then I was like, oh yeah? Well, what's the waist size? And he was like, it's 28. And I was like, what's gotten into me, man? I'm out here ready to body someone over a waist size. But you know, like, I'm sure I probably like screwed up his night, you know, like he probably just went home and was just like, ah, damn it, woman, why'd you get me these jeans? They've been nothing but trouble. She's just like, oh, honey, they look good on you, though. All right, thank you.
Awesome, buddy. That's wicked. Way to go. Let's hear it for Sean Cunhead. And honestly, I don't know why everybody does it, but the Apple Watch and the whole scan thing, it's nice to have something that's attached to you that you can use to get stuff or to go places. Because usually we have something on our ankle that doesn't let us go anywhere because we got. So I digress. Apple Watches are for criminals when they're dancing. They're happy. Anyway, I'll move on. We had a few no shows. It's going to be a shorter show, which is okay because our headliner is going to be Brandon Johnson. I'm just going to properly replace the spotlight for him because I have to do things best for all of you. You guys are all here. You guys are all awesome. And Brandon, as well as Vay, is in a lot of the after mics, and Sean, that I'm attending in the last 3 months, and have always been there to talk, to listen, to help. And out of everybody that I've met in the 3 months, Brandon Johnson is the only one who knows me. Not my name or what I look like, but he knows how to speak to me. And it was so nice to have somebody do it. And now he gets to speak to all of us. So Brandon, the show is yours. Thank you. Oh, I guess we're supposed to say, everybody, give him a round. I'm going to do it anyway. Brandon Johnson. Sorry.
All right. Thanks, man. I'm happy to be here on this Wednesday night. A little bit about me, for some that don't know. I'm the type of guy that if I'm out driving and I see a wedding coming up on my left-hand side, I like to slow down, put on Drake's Back to Back, pull up right beside him so our vocals match up and yell out, "Make sure you hit him with the prenup," and then drive off. Yeah. And the looks I get on people's faces is priceless. Because every single bride is just like, "Oh God, he's such a jerk." Every single groom, automatic facepalm. But every single groomsman, and a lot of times the ring bearers, all at the same time, fist of solidarity. They know. They know. They know. They know. They know. Yeah. Yeah, man. Speaking of Drake, that guy owes me money still. Drake owes me some money. Must have been like, what, 2016? I was taking my girlfriend out at the time to the Cheesecake Factory. I guess he likes to go there. We were having a nice time, and over my shoulder, I hear like some clicking, like somebody's typing something into their phone. I didn't pay too much attention until later on. My date at the time told me that that was Drake. So really, I'm the real person, the first person to inspire him to say, "I only love my bed and my mama. I'm sorry." And I haven't seen him since, and that guy still owes me at least some royalties off of that. Yeah, man. A little bit of my Canadian jokes, a little bit. Yeah, man. Also, my pandemic's been going. It's been going as it's been going, man. It's been an interesting time. I ended up protesting with the Black Lives Matter movement, and I got involved with 2 groups while I was protesting that I didn't think I'd ever get involved with during protesting. I got involved with this one group called Amish People for Black Lives Matter. Yeah, let me repeat that again. Amish People for Black Lives Matter. Now, whoever was at the meeting for promo for this, they need to go to the front of the line, because I don't know how they did it, but God bless them. They did a really excellent job to get them out there. And it was so cool because whenever I pulled up in my Sonata, they pulled up in their cart and buggy right beside me. I don't know how they did it, but it was a nice time. I even had a guy named Woke Jedediah drop some facts on me. So I was like, okay, this is 2020. This is what we're doing. Okay, fine. And it was also pretty cool because they raised a barn for us to party with afterwards. So it was really nice, really, really nice altogether. Really nice. A little bit of Amish facts. They get down this thing called a charcuterie board, wherever they had a whole bunch of artisanal meats, cheeses, and crackers just spread out for us to be able to enjoy. It was a nice time, man. I don't know what the hell boysenberries are, but if you put them out in front of me like that, it's a delicious time. It really is. Things were going good until Woke Jedediah making protest signs for the next week. He took it maybe, I think, a little bit too far, because he just held up a sign that said, "The only crackers we like are artisanal." Yeah, so it's like, you You're right, man. Because this wine was delicious, man. It was a good time. It really was a good time. I also got involved with this group called Satan Worshippers for Black Lives Matter. That's right, Satan Worshippers for Black Lives Matter. Yeah, man. It was a really weird thing. We all knelt down and we did the sign of the cross, and they stood and did the pentagram sign, and nobody caught on fire. So I thought that was a good thing for all of us. And then I really started to think about it. This whole movement, a portion of it was about having the hard discussion with other people. And if anybody would have to have a harder discussion with other people, especially their family members, it would have to be Satan worshipers. Because they're just like, mom and dad, I get down with this guy in Baphomet. I'm into blood orgies. I listen to Little Nas X. I am a Satan worshiper. Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's like, but the reaction time from the parents is like completely different, because it's just like, oh, Satan worshiper, it's just a phase. Give it 2 weeks, Susan will be fine. Let her go through with it, whatever it is, just let her go. But if Susan also comes back and says, hey, mom and dad, I like to march to make sure that Black people have safety whenever they're out driving, get equitable opportunities whenever they're going out for jobs, and basically are able to really be safe wherever they have a chance to go. It's like, sorry, Susan, you're out of the will. Let's get your shit and be out by Tuesday. Yeah, man. Yeah. Also, a few other things happened to me during this pandemic. I got involved in a little bit of an entanglement. Got involved in an entanglement myself with a married woman, a woman that's already taken. Her husband's name is Joe. Joe falls asleep, can't really satisfy her, so that's where I step in. But I think Joe might have been a Trump supporter, because this one time whenever I was texting her, I was like, hey, baby, are you ready for me? She texted me back, Joe's still sleeping. Stand back and stand down.
Fuck.
I like that.
And I was like, text her back, bitch, is that the same thing Trump said? And then she texted me a PS5 pre-order screen with her boobs hanging out. And I'll be damned if I didn't stand back and stand down, because I really wanted that system. Oh, man, I really wanted that system, man. Yeah, it was good times. She laughed at a lot of my impressions. That's what kind of one of the things that brought us together. I found out over this pandemic that everybody's impression of Forrest Gump is just their highest form or just their lowest form of their Bill Clinton, and vice versa. Their Bill Clinton is just their lowest form of their Forrest Gump. Because basically, whenever you're saying laugh is lack, a box of chocolates, it's the same thing as saying I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Panties came off. We had a good time. Yeah, man. Also, one of the things that drew us together was science. So I tried to find some stuff for us to do outside of just like going out. I found some stuff to keep things interesting in the relationship. And I found out that outside of COVID, there were a lot of young people being admitted to the ER throughout this time. The reason that they were at the ER was due to improper sexual practices. So I started reading some more of the article, and I found out that young people were being admitted because they were getting pink eye. And I was like, what the hell are they getting pink eye for? They were getting pink eye performing this thing called analingus. So in layman's terms, everybody that was young was getting pink eye from eating ass and then going to the ER to get diagnosed. So whenever I went down and ate my girlfriend's ass and I didn't get pink eye, I just was like, hey, maybe it's a miracle. I don't know. I was like, wait a minute. Isn't that the same thing Trump said whenever he got COVID? Yeah, so we didn't work out like in the long run. Yeah, I had a lot of time to reflect after the breakup, and came up on this thing I started picking up throughout the pandemic. This thing I started picking up. It's called night pooping. We're pooping night. Anybody else out there? Night poopers? Night pooping? Nooping? Anybody else nooping out there? Yeah, man. I love night pooping. I really do. I love night pooping so much that I just stay on the commode. That's right. Just staying on the commode. You guys might be thinking, Brandon, genius. First of all, yes, you're right. You're welcome. You might be like, man, don't you worry about your legs losing circulation because you're on the commode so long? No, I don't. Because my tub is really close to my toilet. So I just kick my feet up on the side, lay my cell phone off to the side. Night poop. And whenever I set my alarm or wake me up in the morning and it goes off and it jolts me awake and I poop a little bit, I just poop a lot. Just poop a lot. Then I get in the shower, clean myself up, go about my business, guys. I am a functional night pooper. Functional night pooper. And the song that I got that really puts me at ease, that really mellows me out, you guessed it, Bob Seger's Night Moves. Yeah. Well, it's kind of remixed to fit my situation, so it's more like Bob Seger's bowel moves. Working on my bowel moves. Oh, sweet summertime groove, all in my bowel moves. Yeah, man. Christmas was a weird time for me. Christmas was a very weird time for me. I thought I'd be able to get into the Black Santa market because I found out that the Mall of America, the largest Mall of America in Minnesota, this was the first year that they actually had Black Santa for the kids. So I was like, okay, I'm about to charter flight, go up to Minnesota, make some really good money. But then I started reading a little bit more about this article that they had about publicity for the Mall of America. They started a simple thing. They just put down hashtag Black Santa. Thought that was kind of innocent. Started checking it out, starting to follow it a little bit. And guys, I'll tell you this, never read the comments or follow anything that has hashtag Black Santa on it. You will quickly lose all of your Christmas cheer.
Oh.
Yeah, man, they had stuff up there like hashtag Black Santa. The kids won't get their gifts until June 2nd. Hashtag Black Santa. And stuff up there like hashtag Black Santa. Instead of leaving out milk and cookies, we just decided to leave out a whole bunch of pound cake and Hennessy. Hashtag Black Santa. Hashtag Black Santa. Whenever he says on Dasher, on Donner, on Blitzen, on Comet, on Cupid, those aren't his reindeer he's talking about. Those are just actually his illegitimate kids. Hashtag Black Santa. Yeah, man. Well, which spiraled into New Year's, man. New Year's was a weird time because I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions, especially 2020 going into 21. Not a big fan because you're not a shapeshifter. You're not a shapeshifter, guys. It's really about renewing your mind. Because the only way that you can truly be the best version of yourself is to really renew your mind. It's not about going out and trying to do a whole bunch of sit-ups or trying to do a whole bunch of other stuff. It's really just about renewing your mind. Because I can't just be like, hey, guys, new year, new me. And all of a sudden, I'm Michael B. Jordan, America's sexiest man alive. It's not going to happen. No. And then it's really about making sure that your mind is straight, making sure that you're ready to make those changes. Because if you don't, then your mind just takes you back to a whole bunch of horrific stuff that you've been through. So whenever you're like, hey, new year, new me, your mind is like, really? Really? What about that time 3 weeks ago, you were in that big meeting and you farted so loud you almost got yourself fired? New year, new me. Hey, guys, new year, new me. Your mind is like, really? Really? What about that time in junior high? You had to write the Pythagorean theorem up on the board. You had your crush Debbie off to your right-hand side, raging boner going. It turned into a werewolf movie really quick. Remember that? You're just like, oh God, no. Oh God, no. Not now. Not now. Not now. Oh God, let me try and cover this up. Oh God, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Yeah. Then your friend who you've been cutting up in the back just yells out, "What about D squared?" And then you run out. Trauma still intact. And you trip, fell on top of your boner. Now you got to get carried out on a hospital gurney. New year, new me. No, man. Well, I'm glad we got the stimulus, guys. Anybody still have any other stimulus laying around? You got your stimmies out? You got your stimmies? Do anything? Got any of that Dogecoin? Broke out a Lamborghini? Nobody else? All right, yeah. For me, this time, man, I spent my stimulus the right way. I still have some left. I just put some money down on my car, got caught up on some bills, got a little bit out of debt. That's all I did. And I still have a little bit left over. Yeah, man, that's all I did. Because I really want to get this thing that everybody else has that I really want. It's called this thing called insurance. Yeah, I want to get some insurance. Just trying to get some insurance, guys. Then I called up my cousin and asked him what he was going to do with his stimulus. And he was like, man, I'm just going to put gold grills on all my pets' mouths. I was like, what? You're going to do what now? Yeah, man, putting gold grill on all my pets' mouths. What the hell? It's like, yeah, man, put a gold grill in a dog's mouth. It's badass. Put a gold grill in a cat's mouth. That's badass. Put a gold grill in a fish's mouth. That's bad bass. Like, don't you realize that gold chemicals would kill the fish instantly as soon as you tried to do that? And without missing a beat, he was just like, "Huh, guess we'll be fresh to death then." And I hung up the phone because I couldn't deal with that shit. Not deal with that, man. My cousin's funny, man. He had a birthday on 4/20, which was a different time. Like, I had a chance to spend some time with him, but then afterwards I had to make the mistake and go into a fast food restaurant and try and get something. And guys, you never want to go into a fast food restaurant behind a guy that had to take a little bit in, indulge a little bit in the 4/20. It's not a good time. Not a good time. Because I just want to get my one thing, and the guy in front of me is just taking too long. He's just up there like, let me get 3 Big Macs, 4 orders of fries, and 3 Sprites. And I was like, buddy, we're at Taco Bell. Not a good time, man. But then I started thinking a lot about me and my cousin. We were actually on the same football team whenever I was in high school, and I can admit, yes, I'm a former athlete. I got out before CTE got to me, so I was thankful about that. He was a wide receiver, really good. I played on the D line, man. I played on a Catholic parochial school football team. Yeah, man, it was good times. I came in like a beast. I was like Warren Sapp or like Aaron Donald on the D line, man. They called me the wrecking ball way before Miley Cyrus, man. I was just in there causing so much havoc, doing damage, doing whatever else I wanted to in practice. But the real game, whole other story. Yeah, I was the only black kid on the defensive line, so I was doing all this damage in practice. But then whenever the real game came, we had to play another team. They just had bigger white kids that beat me up. So they just had they were just chop blocking me and clipping me and everything else. Referee didn't do a damn thing. Oh man, I really got humbled. I really did get humbled. The coach, our coach, really humbled all of us afterwards. Like he got on everybody, yelled, chewed everybody else out. One of my teammates, he chewed out. He called him. He said he was the worst thing that he's seen on the football field in his 25 years of coaching. He called him atrocious. Kids started to cry. And then the rest of us had to find a dictionary and look up what the hell the word atrocious meant. Then when we found it, we all started to cry.
Oh.
That was the last time I played football, man. Yeah, man. But my whole thing is this. If they just put the vaccine into McDonald's products, we'd all be vaccinated by next Tuesday. Canada, India, anywhere else. You just put it in McDonald's products, we'll all be taken care of. Because what better way to bring back the McRib and the Shamrock Shake and whatever sort of regional thing that they have than just putting the vaccine in it. Getting your 20-piece McVaccine with a McVaccine fries and a vaccine burger just makes so much sense. It's better than a $5 deal. It's better. It really is. And I think they actually did put the vaccine into McDonald's shakes. I think they did. The only thing is, whenever you go to McDonald's and try and get a shake, the shake machine's always down. So you really didn't get anything. You're just SOL like everybody else. It's got COVID like everybody else, man. Yeah. If you get anything out of my set tonight, is this. I'll wrap this up because it's been about that time. If you get anything out of my set tonight, is this. Don't go to church high. Don't go to church high. Yeah, because what will happen is you'll end up sitting next to that person that did get high. It'll completely ruin your church going experience. It really will. Like, I'm a football fan, specifically the Steelers. So I went during their bye week, right before they had to play the Tennessee Titans. And I'm sitting down there and I'm just trying to take in the game, just trying to take in the sermon. That goes to show you how high his stuff was. I'm just sitting there just trying to take in the sermon. And I had to sit next to a guy I could tell he had to get a little something in before giving his life over to the Lord. I didn't have a problem with that, but then he had to verbalize and vocalize every sort of inane thing that came to his mind. Like, I'm just sitting there trying to take in the sermon. 5 minutes into it, I get, psst, hey, bruh, hey, did Jesus ever poop? Like, buddy, I'm just trying to just pay attention to the sermon, man. That's all I want to do. Just pay attention to the sermon, chill out, pay attention to the sermon. 5 minutes after that, I get, psst, hey, bro, hey, if you had a time machine, you could go back and see Jesus poop. Would you call that a holy shit? Bro, seriously, it's taken everything within my Christian faith not to tell you to shut the hell up and get the hell out of my face. Seriously. Just pay attention to the sermon. 5 minutes after that, I get, psst, hey, bro, hey, what if all this time we've been spending most of our lives living in a gangster's paradise? Like, bro, are you quoting Coolio to me in church? I can't take you seriously. Started to storm off. But the ushers knew me. They flagged me down. Brother Johnson, what seems to be going on? I told him, look, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Woo!
They were like, Brother Johnson, are you quoting Twisted Sister lyrics to us? Seriously, you get the hell out of here. I told him, fine, I will leave. But let this be the last time you sit me next to Snoop Dogg. And then I stormed off. That's been about my time. I'll turn the rest of it over back to nobody. Feel free to tip. Everybody enjoy yourselves. Tip your wait staff if you can. Tip us. PayPal. Enjoy the show. God bless y'all. Good night.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Oh man, always, like I said, you spend so much time with me, and you know me, and I talk to you lots, but a lot of folks don't. And I should have spent more time talking about things I do in my show, but people that come to it already know me. So to the people that haven't been there, in February 20th this year, we had a hate rally here in Edmonton, a Jericho March, and I went because I knew a lot of the people and I hate them. They're haters. Well, I don't hate them. I love them. I don't want them to be haters. So I went to protest them. And when Black Lives Matter and Antifa and it's like 6 other anti-hate groups went there to protest, they walked by me and I played some music. They went and got set up and I was doing my thing, yelling at those folks. And one of my friends went over to them to talk because he knew somebody in Black Lives Matter. And they said, "Who's that guy up there?" He's like, "Oh, that's the guy I came with." Well, they said he's killing it because I knew the people. It's easy to make fun of people you research, right? So I ended up going close to them. And I had this weird feeling like I don't want to give them a bad name. You ever have that? Do they have a bad name in the United States? Because I don't want to give Antifa or Black Lives Matter or anybody a bad name because I'm that kind of worry guy. I worry about everybody. I mean, as much as he didn't treat us with equality by going and doing an anti-mask rally, and he wasn't willing to give up the equity to anybody around, I had to do my own kind of justice. And that's my problem is I'm not a social justice warrior because a lot of the things they canceled, I agreed with Mr. Potato Head. I didn't. I think there should be Mr., Mrs., and all the others. We got 3D printers, man. We could have had so many unicorns, rainbows, and dragon potato heads running around. It would have been awesome. But other things get canceled for a reason, and it's not canceled. It really needs to be specified to people. It's can't sell. You can't sell hate. You can't sell anger. You can't sell just one people doing something against everybody else. And that's why I had to kick him. So I apologize for doing it, not giving you all a heads up. But I've been dealing with it because I got a whole bunch of people that sent me pictures of him at that event. And they tore into me about my not doing my research. And I am sorry to all of you guys that I didn't do my research and I brought that person in. I didn't kick him out because he did have an opinion. I kicked him out because he wouldn't take like any responsibility for it. And that's what people have to do nowadays. We have to take responsibility for the things we do. And comedy show ending in a speech like this is never done. And I'm going to stop doing it right now. But that's the Canadian Rebel Alliance way, man. I can't help it. I think left wing. My walk is right wing, but my heart is a wing nut. And I really do love everybody out there. Everybody. So if you ever think nobody loves you and you've ever said nobody loves you, it's true. I do. And I hope someday we can talk. Until then, thanks for coming to Nothing. We're going to stop the recording and we're going to have an after mic. That's so much fun. Have a good one.